welcome our masteries here. You just saw a little bit of a demonstration how the build performs. It's a bow build, Storm Mastery plus a Rogue Mastery, Lightning Bolt, used as a weapon skill. We're gonna be talking about weapons, what we need, like items altogether. We're gonna be talking about strong and not so strong points of the build. And obviously we're gonna go through all the details, right? So build, the character, the combination of two mastery is a Stormblade. It's a Stormblade, and we mainly utilized a Rogue Mastery as for getting the crits here with accuracy and preparation. But if we talk about that, let's start with the items. And how the build actually performed. So it is pretty decent build. It's doing a lot of damage. We saw like 2k crits here and there, and the crit chance is also decent, around 18%. The build getting rage and build getting overload. So the actual damage over here that you've seen, 1500, it's going to 2100 something when you're spending like a couple of seconds in fight. In fact, we can generate overall right away over here, and you can see like we're reaching like 33 or 36 overload, and it already went to 1700. But it's better with the rage. So I saw 2100 damage per hit. The problem is the arrows is pretty slow, right? 0.75 seconds for one attack, and fighting bosses. So cleaning speed is normal monsters, right? You killing them, group of enemies with 2-3 hits, usually 2-3 hits, because we have multiple projectiles here, like extra 3 projectiles, 1 arrow hitting something, and it's split into a bunch of arrows and killing stuff. Another problem that Curse of saying is my aim too. That's true as well. But it's killing normal monsters, group of enemies pretty fast. When it's coming to the boss fights, this was actually the slowest build in terms of boss fights. Slowest build out of 4 builds we played so far. That is Ice Shards, Lethal Strike, and Whirlwind. This one was literally the slowest killing bosses. Because, like, well, one thing is my aim, you really need to aim. And another thing is, it's taking some time to knock that arrow. Another problem is the build is survivability. Right, we actually died 4 times on the build. So the last 3 times we died to Hypotamus boss. Alright, like I think that's the Hypocampus boss. And because I regretting that, not like increasing my survivability. There's actually very easy fix to survivability issue. Right, we done it on the previous builds, I don't know, I was concentrated more on the damage, because our killing speed was, for boss fights, was pretty low. And we also got this overload on a lighted bolt, which also taking some health, right? You see, the more overload you have, the more health you lose in. And we compensated with this high health regeneration here. We'll talk about that. Like, currently we're using the necklace of the Wellspring here for regeneration, but it's okay even without it. Anyway, there's an easy fix called the barrier. You literally need 5 points in the barrier to drastically increase your survivability. Alright, so we have an Enduring Barrier and Invigorating Guard. And that's giving you like so much tanking time. You just take it. Also, the other thing with survivability, because our attack like only happens 0.75 seconds, getting those flask charges gonna take some time, right? So that without strong barrier, it's kind of very hard. Anyway, items. Items, if you're lucky enough to have Stormstrike bow, it's literally the best bow until level 20, right? So the bow is actually level 20, but you can equip it in around level 9, which we did at around level 10. It's only require agility and 125 points. So level 9 you already will have that agility if you spend all the points into agility. However, that's not the best level 20 bow. The best one we found so far is the strength, the might oriented bow. So we also invested into might in this build, which is lowering my lightning damage, because this is actually lightning damage build. This is we're using the lightning bolt as a main skill, and it's doing lightning damage. But nonetheless, the Slayer horn, the horn bow, it requires strength. It's a heavy bow, but it's have a very good base damage, right? And if you're lucky enough to get any plus weapon damage, so what you're looking from gear, from a bow and from other gear, plus weapon damage, percentage or flat damage. So we have this 11 weapon cold damage, but this cold damage converted into lightning damage, right? With a storm nimbus, it's converted into lightning damage. So we don't really care if it's a cold damage initially. Weapon attack damage, yes. What you don't look for spell damage, because the lightning bolt, it's not a spell anymore. It's active range attack. So the moment you put it on the bow, it's not a spell. So that's what you're looking for. And that's what kind of items you're looking here for. For example, we have this light armor on arms here, which is giving me extra 10% increased lightning damage, which is also scaling the lightning world, obviously. This one giving +4 weapon fire damage, scaling the damage as well. So look, we're removing this 4 damage over here. We have 1477 plus 4 damage. Getting me 1540. So you see as the modifiers increasing this 4 damage quite a bit. Right, we also have the Captain's Signet here for extra barrier sync and increased damage to weapon attacks, which is also work for me. But all the blue items are not necessary. Like I say, you're just looking for anything that giving you, well, resistance is true, but damage as lightning damage, weapon damage, projectile damage, that also works. So that's about weapons. That's about baton. The most important thing I say about bows, and that is strength bow, which is, again, if you go to your attribute points, right, you would say its agility should be main attribute points, but the bows, that level 20 bows with agility, right, it's quite inferior to level 20 bow that base it on strength. I think we have a couple of agility bows over here. There is like level 21 horse bow, agility bow. So you see the damage, right? 66 base damage. 66 base damage. And, well, you can luck quite a bit and get some good modifiers on the bow. But it's still not beating this extra 80. Like 66 and 80. You also want a better attack speed. Like at least 2 shots per seconds would be preferable. So anyway, we're at attribute points. We initially invested in an agility. We didn't invest anything in rigor, but you would like to invest a little bit in the vigor, especially before fighting first boss. Alright? So that's a thing that happens to me. The first boss. The first boss fight, the Griffin. And the skill we're using is Lightning Bolt, but you need 6 Divinity for it. And you can get it before the fighting Griffin. So what I did, I invested in Primal Attack into Lightning Strike here. And this was quite bad. It was quite. We were using a bow to try to kill a griffin. It took so much time. So I would recommend it either to invest in barrier, because the griffin did actually kill me. So invest in the first 5 points into barrier instead of primal attack, and spend your sweet time killing the griffin. Or the better start is investing into ice shards first, before you killing the griffin, and after you invest in ice shards, you just respect. It's just gonna cost you like very little gold, and you're good. So let's talk about skills. The attributes, we did put it points into mine in order to get that bow, but before level 20, you spend in everything in agility, and cunning is good for lightning damage too. So it's not taking knowledge here, by the way. So might before level 20 is, well, kind of irrelevant, but you also can use it for heavy armor, which is gonna add you a little bit extra survivability. Anyway, skills. Passive skills. Let's start with the passive. So we have Storm Guidance. That's literally the first passive we put on this build. Build fixed and gonna start investing into ice shards. Yeah, ice shards so far was the best build we ever played. It's like literally top meta. So Storm Guidance, we get in that increased projectile damage and projectile range. Right, there's a common quality to it, but it's not working. Apparently, it's not working with Lightning Bolt, because Lightning Bolt, unlike the icicles, right, it requires some homing strength, a flat parameter of homing strength, and by default it's 0. Right, so icicle is gonna get that homing strength plus 80 when you invest in homing. The ice bolt doesn't have it, so we need to manually aim it. What do we have with penetration here, and we have a speed here. Speed and range. Then we have a storm attunement, extra lightning damage with projectile damage and weapon damage, and attack speed, which is we need attack speed. And we have overcharge, which is duration. So what we want increased lightning damage per overload, and we want the duration. You probably want the duration first, because it's taking less damage from this, but you stack in more overcharge. So I actually went with lightning damage first here. It's just giving me extra damage per stack of overcharge, and we can stack like it's for 35, 36 here with this duration extra, and more if you have like better attack speed. Crown Javel, Lightning Bolt. First of all, you want the weapon attack, right? Because we're using it on a bow. 120 weapon damage is lightning damage. Spear on range and weapon. Then we get additional projectiles, +3. And then we went into Overlord. This is like a generation of Overlord. Be warned, you need a little bit more health regen and a little bit more survivability, because it's need to pay attention to this Overlord. It's dealing a damage to yourself quite a bit. And that's why, like, when we got to Overlord on level 15 without survivability skills, where we're killing myself fighting this Hypercampus boss fight. And lastly, we got Rage over here. So it's extra rage generation. We can generate up until 10 rage and 2% per rage, so 20% more damage. Yes, sure, sign me in. All in one. There's we have 1 point into Blink, just like, well, mobility skill. You can escape some stuff, like when you have dodge and cooldown. And so far we have 4 builds. We never invested any single point in the dodge. I don't know if even it's even a thing. We do have like a super low cooldown over here, 3.3 seconds compared to like 6 seconds on the other builds. No investment, so. But Storm Nimbus. So what do we want from Storm Nimbus? Lightning imbuement. We're making their weapon doing lightning damage. 100% of all the weapon damage converted to lightning. And we want 2 points over here for extra flat lightning damage over here. Then we went and get a storm enhancement. Additional 40% lightning damage. And I went and put like point into Thunderstorm. Just for giggles, I think it's irrelevant actually here. 20% lightning. It was okay at the very beginning, but then it's even with my lightning stacks, increased lightning damage, all of the thing, the damage is irrelevant. So at this point you either can spend or some resistances here, or like maybe even first armor actually. Right, so the thunderstorm is like a little bit irrelevant for here. So that's the main mastery storm. We basically invested all my points into storm, but what left we invested a little bit in rogue. So first of all, when we get to Divinity 2, we did put 1 point into here for 6 extra damage, right, and 4 attack speed. So it's like it's totally okay to get 1 point, and we don't need like this critical damage over here plus 15% multiplier, because well, 18% of critical is good, but it's not really doing much. So all our other points we invest in accuracy for extra damage here and extra critical chance with extra, well, critical 20% over here. And here we're using enhanced criticals too for extra critical strikes. So that's why like almost every 5th attack on the lightning bolts giving me a chance to crit for around 2k crits or something, depending how much like modifier and lightning bolt you have with overcharge and range. And that's about all. That's about all about build. Again, it's a little bit slow in the boss fights. It's pretty decent clearing speed. It's fun build to play if you like range builds. And I like it and I hate it. I like it and I hate it. Right, so like I hate it in the terms because it was underperforming in terms of boss in a boss skills, and like our lethal strike build was actually better, like way faster killing bosses, despite the lethal strike. Short backs, shortcomings in terms of 5-second cooldown, and it's hard to reset that cooldown on boss with the flow. We did try it, but it's still hard, but it's still faster, like way faster. And survivability, obviously, you can't forget about survivability here. Again, we were lucky out with the Storm's Spike Bow, and we also got other blue items. So my recommendation, right, guys, when you get to this area, run until this point till you find the scavenger and try to buy the highest level bow from him if possible. He actually selling you level 20 bows. Alright, so if you do not have the blue bow here that we have, try to buy something from scavenger, and most likely you will, in my experience, you will get this horn bow, and then you need to, well, relocate your points, agility points into might, and you have like a lot of damage early on, and everything will be quite easier. So yeah, just into comparison, this one giving me 1300, and this one was giving me 1514. Right, guys, I'm done talking here.